the Comstock Cabin in Owasso, Michigan. This used to be a garden that the Owasso Garden Club used to take care of, and I don't know if they're disbanded. I know they were all a little bit older, but as you see, they don't plant anymore. Here is the north side of the cabin. If you look over here, it's the Shiawassee River that flows directly behind. There is Kerwood Castle right next door. Here, I have to go pretty far to get the back side of the cabin. This was the first home built in Owasso. I should say permanent home. As you can see, there's parking right here in front. So if you come, there's parking. There's also a parking lot just across the street. Well, not directly. That parking lot directly across is for the people who live in the apartment complex there and their guests. But this is the north side. I don't know if I said north on the last side because that was the south side. This is the tree. And then I'm going to, right directly over there is the parking lot. It's a city parking lot. You're welcome to park there. Right here, there's a handicap spot and 1, 2, 3 parking spots. Those 3 that are over are actually parked in bus parking. As you can see, the gentleman on his bike come through on the river trail that goes through. This is the historical marker. This is Comstock Cabin. Elias Comstock was the first pioneer to erect a permanent residency in Owasso. He moved here in 1836. Comstock was a merchant, school teacher, justice of the peace, township supervisor, judge, and county clerk. This one-bedroom structure was built for him in the mid-1830s. Though the cabin has been moved 3 times, the last in 1969, the original logs are still intact. It is now located just north of the Comstock home site. Funds raised by the Owasso Bicentennial Committee help maintain the cabin and surrounding grounds. It is now run by the Owasso Historical Commission, which also runs, as you see, more people coming on the trail. They also run the castle, and just down the way there is the Woodard Paymaster building. They run that as well. And now we're going to enter the judge's home. Here. Most of this stuff has been donated by local residents who have historical artifacts, or they've been donated by people who used to live here and they remember the cabin fondly, or the docent over at the castle, she does a lot of it. And then we're coming up here to Amos Gould. Amos Gould was a judge, prosecuting attorney, senator, banker, railroad pioneer, explorer, timber baron, and the first mayor of Owasso. I'm going to scan back a little bit. The lighting was added, I'm going to say, within the last 10 years. to help highlight some of the stuff that is in here. Prior to that, there was no lighting in this cabin. It was original as it was. That is something the commission chose to add, as was this artwork to help highlight that as well. Before we get over to them, like some jugs here. I ain't about to say that word. Okay, this is a 1857 map of Owasso. And here's something that I find hilarious. It's Alfred and Benjamin Williams, but Alfred went by A.L. and Benjamin went by B.O., which did not mean what it means today. I think Benjamin and Alfred are beautiful names. I would have went by them, but I'm not one to judge because I wasn't here in 1857. Here is the Dewey Stewart Mill. So this was just across the river, like over one and cross. Would be the best answer. Here's the year was 1829. Two young men, both under 21, set out from Pontiac to explore the Shiawassee River. They were brothers, Alfred and Benjamin Williams. See, there's the gatehouse. Here. This furniture that I'm showing you is really, really old. And you really can't. Okay, so a lot of this was donated. I'm going to focus in here on the glasses, or what I believe they called them spectacles. Then. Actually, that kerosene lamp, my parents used to have one that when power went out, we used. And then I'm going to come over here. Excuse the fan. It gets very, very hot in here this summer. It is not today. I believe it's only in the 60s, even though it is the last day of June. Look at this beautiful spinning wheel. I just had a father and his two sons in here, and he was explaining what it was used for. And here is, I don't know what this is called, but they wrapped them around it. This, I don't want to turn it, and I apologize. Cabinet here was actually belonged to the judge, and they brought that with them from back east, and it stayed in the house. And the people who got the house after the judge and his wife passed away had it, and a relative of the Comstocks was here, and they allowed it to go back east with them. And when that gentleman's wife passed away, she sent it back so it could belong in the cabin, because at that point the cabin was a museum. And then here, I like this one. Here's a picture of Judge Comstock. So here's a photo of Judge Comstock and his wife. Here is, merchant, school teacher, justice of the peace, township supervisor, judge, and county clerk. These are newer chairs you're about to see. And pardon my cup and glass case. I set them there. But this is the coolness that you will find if you come to Owasso for Log Cabin Day. It's unfortunate. So today is Michigan Log Cabin Sunday. It's Sunday, June 20. Oh, it's the 30th. Okay, I keep getting interrupted by people coming in, so I apologize, but I love it. The shame of all of this is how beautiful this is. And it does need some work, so it'd be a great project for any Boy Scout who is looking to become an Eagle Scout, they can check with the Owasso Historical Commission and come up with a plan of something to do. And also, it's a shame that we don't have enough volunteers to open this. It's usually open during the Kerwood Festival, which is the first full weekend of June. The first must be on a Thursday. If it's not, it's the following weekend. And then I generally open it for Michigan Log Cabin Sunday. And then every few years when they do a home tour, they try to get somebody. But that is generally it. So if you have some free time, contact the Owasso Historical Commission. You can call Kerwood Castle, and I will look. Their phone number is right in this beautiful little book I have. It is 989-723-2155, and ask for Denise Grace, and she will set you up. And it's just open from 1 to 5, and it would be nice if we could open it every weekend. So I've had people today stop in from Utah, as far in Michigan so far as Highland Park, and they're just fascinated and love it. So once again, we are lucky to have this in our town. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. If you have some time, please call Denise and help volunteer.